Yeah, we're at the Hammer of Doom Festival in 2013, and for the first time in Europe, we have the band ASHBURY here. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Rob Davis.
Johnny Ray.
I'm Randy Davis.
Eddie Hosmer.
And this guy, oh, he's not there.
Chris is invisible.
One is missing here. I think this was not just your first European show. I think you didn't play many shows at all with this band.
Not in a long time. We reunited in the spring to go to the American Metal Festival, Ragnarocker, but we had already planned on coming here before we did that. Yeah. It just that it took until the Hammer of Doom Festival to get here. So this is our first trip to Europe.
But I think you told me before that ASHBURY was kind of a studio project before. It was not a band that played 100 shows back then.
Originally, Rob and I worked for a cover band in Arizona, and he was writing the material for the Endless Skies record. And I just told him one day, I said, if you ever record this, you give me a call. So, that band ended. I get a phone call, it says be in the studio, and we recorded it, and then it just took its own legs. I went on my way and worked with other bands. They continued to do what they do, writing and playing as much as possible. And the fans have just taken it in their hearts, and here we are. 30 years later. Yeah. I get a call out of the blue, more or less. I mean, Rob and I have stayed in touch off and on over the years, but I get a call from him about a year ago, and he goes, we've been invited to do some shows. We told him we want the original drummer, and I went, I'm in. And we've been rehearsing, and I pulled a couple of buddies of mine in, Eddie and Chris, to make this a full band, because the original recording was just the two brothers here, playing all the instruments, and me on drums. And we needed to reproduce that live. So we needed a couple of other players.
It's the fans that brought us back.
And by the way, this is the guy who brought you to this festival, Oliver Weinsheimer. Right. What were we talking about just before that? I think, so it was just a studio project.
Originally.
Actually, I started the project. I was in Texas. I had made a pledge that I was going to be on vinyl before I turned 25 years old. And I was getting close to 25, so I came to Arizona. Rob was living in Phoenix, and I told him, we're cutting an album, are you in? And he was like, yeah, just tell me when and where, I'm ready.
And you finance everything by yourself?
I went out and found a financial backer who... It was still very low budget. We didn't have much money to work with. We recorded the whole album in a total of 100 hours. We actually recorded it in 40 hours and mixed it down in under 50. Time.
Because there was a lot of first takes on that album. Including his lead break on
Vengeance. The lead break in Vengeance was a warm-up. I was warming up, and when I get done, they're like, that's a take, and I'm like, no, it's not. That's a warm-up.
I was co-producing with an engineer, and we both said, that's a take. And he said, no, that's a warm-up. We're like, that's a take.
That's a take, and I'm like,
all right.
And so there was that typical thing in the studio where, you've got to move, and you've got to, but that instant creativity that you're doing helps sometimes create magic. And if you create the magic in the music, that's all it takes. The people will come for it.
And I did all the drums in 12 hours.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
The whole thing.
Well,
one day.
When we discussed it with Johnny, we came up with the money to pay him, and he did so well, we doubled the money.
Yeah?
Yeah, I told him, I said, man, you did such a good job.
I want instead of 10?
That was about it.
I know. We're so generous.
But we did double the money.
I love these guys.
This is why you have this big house right now.
I love these guys.
Not just joking. But you spent a lot of money for the pressing and all this stuff, I heard.
Yes, I did. Yeah. I wanted the highest quality. We got virgin vinyl. I made sure that the album cover was on textured paper because it was such a beautiful piece of art. And I made sure that it was in a plastic sleeve that would protect the album. And 30 years later, those albums are still pristine.
Yeah, we never had a complaint, even though some of them didn't sell until 28, 29 years after their manufacture.
And I spent almost as much pressing the first 1,000 albums as we did recording it.
How much were pressed?
Only 1,000.
1,000.
Oh!
Yep.
That's
that was all we could afford.
More than $300 or $400 for it right now.
Yeah.
So you have some at home?
Nope.
No, they are all in the
They're
hands
all
of
gone.
the fans now, and collectors. They are all in the hands of fans and
That's why
collectors.
they're collectors now.
And one thing we should mention is that when we finished this studio project, Randy and I would have been happy with Johnny in the band. But we had other things. Johnny had a slate this long of things he was doing at the time. And so we recorded the album in Tucson, Arizona.
But Tucson
We
is not
relocated to Phoenix, a much bigger city.
yeah.
And there we put together the 5-piece band that we began playing in the skies with. Unfortunately, Johnny was not a member of that.
I moved to California
So see?
and got very busy with.
But finally, years and years later, we finally got to come back together and do what we're doing.
And there's another guy with a white guitar. Please introduce yourself. You went here.
What's that now?
What's your name?
My name is Chris.
And you play a white guitar.
Tonight I did. That was a loaner because I didn't fly one with me because, well, baggage restrictions. But I'm going to try and get a Washburn endorsement. Are you listening, Washburn? Because you can use this too. I love the guitar. I will play it. I will make it my main guitar. Do you have a black one too? I want a white one and a black one. That would be great. I don't want gold. No, white and black.
Well, diamond.
No, that's for my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one with diamonds. Yeah, I don't know who it is yet, but she'll like it.
Oh, you can propose to her if you like.
No, she's not around.
Okay.
I don't know who she is yet.
Okay.
I got to find one that will go for it.
Ah.
A diamond instead of guitar, if she'll love me.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a good deal.
I think you have heard the song Inagada da Vida before.
A few times.
Yeah, but what really is amazing to me, I'm a fan of heavy metal and 70s rock. But some of the people who just listen to heavy metal still love Ashbury. I watched you live, I know your CD. I think you sound more like a rock band to me.
Oh, yes,
but
definitely.
weren't you surprised that the heavy metal community
Completely surprised.
Always have been.
Completely
Always have been.
surprised.
We're always the first to say we've never been a heavy metal band. We never intended to be. And even with all the heavy metal fans, we're still not going to try to become something else other than what we are.
We just look at them as,
Okay.
as fans,
Yeah.
you know. And,
The metal community has just been great to us. You know.
Yeah, I
It's-
noticed that.
It's unbelievable, but we love it.
Did you shred? Randy shreds.
What?
Randy shreds. That's why the metal community loves it.
Oh.
And Rob's lyrics, and Randy shreds. That's why.
No, to be honest, I think it's easy to explain because you are really epic, and the epic factor in heavy metal became really popular in the last 10 or 15 years. So I think a lot of heavy metal fans even listen to Argus from Wishbone Ash or something like
yes,
that.
yes.
One of the great
Uh,
albums of all time, by the way.
You heard that?
Yeah. Could you tell it was an influence
Listen to it
on
pretty
me?
often.
Then I have a good tip for you. There's a band called Jethro Tull
Yeah.
from the 70s.
You mean this band right here?
I'm just joking.
I know Jethro.
Yeah, I know Tull. That's cool. No, but no joking. But were these influences for you back in the
Jethro,
day?
well,
Very
Oh,
much.
yeah,
I'll
very
tell you,
much.
when I was 14 years old, I heard Black Sabbath, Master of Reality,
Oh.
and I heard Jethro Tull, Aqua Lung, and I was like a fish in the ocean, just hooked. And they reeled me right in, and I said, I have got to learn how to play an electric guitar like that. And that became my mission in life.
Randy was playing drums at 9, piano at 11, bass at 12, and guitar at 14.
And you never got any sleep because by the time it was midnight and he was just starting on the guitar, it was like it was a long day.
But
Then you didn't have any time to listen to music, huh?
Oh,
he did nothing else. You know how most high school students they're involved with the social activities of school, girlfriends, dating. Randy got right out of high school, rode home on his motorcycle, went to his room, put on the headphones, picked up his guitar.
And
The only
went to
thing he
work.
came out for was to eat, went back in. He worked 8-9 hours a day after high school every day.
But I still managed to have a good time.
Well, yeah, but I mean, there was a
Well, the
there was a
popular guy in
dedication.
high school then, or?
There was a
Popular
there was a
enough.
dedication there.
Yeah.
You know, that,
Yeah.
that-
I wanted to play as well as Tony Iommi, as well as Martin Barr. You know, that was my goal.
Yeah.
You don't get
And you
there
have
easily.
more fingers than Tony Iommi.
I have big hands. That helps.
But Neudi, you asked a question about the metal community kind of adopting us as a non-metal band. One of the songs that I think was essential to that happening was Vengeance.
Yeah.
You know, that.
Well, I'm going to tell the story.
Yeah, but
When
it's
we were
the whole
working on the album, we had a bass player
Yeah.
who was going to do the bass lines. just a total heavy metal freak. I mean, yeah, he exposed me to so much European heavy metal in 1982 and 1983. Yeah. You know, and he was like,
And he was
as
one of
we
the
were
backers.
doing the songs, we were getting all the arrangements and stuff, and he was like, guys, you know, this is just fabulous material, but where's the heavy metal? You know, and I just picked up my guitar right then, and I went right into Vengeance, and Rob started writing the lyrics and the melody, and 15 minutes later, Vengeance was done.
And the guy was very happy.
And
The
he
backer
was,
was
like,
very happy.
blown away.
Yes,
He
this
was
is what we
like,
want.
oh,
Yes.
So what we talk about now is the new wave of British heavy metal, because it was rare to get in the USA, I think. The album from Samson and Iron Maiden and Def Leppard and stuff like that.
Yep.
So you had a friend that had all these imports, or what?
Yeah, yeah, he was into it. I mean, he got all these imports from Europe.
That's all he
because-
lived for.
Yeah.
He lived
I
for
mean,
it.
this it was. Oh yeah, it was like a compulsion.
Early Scorpions.
You know the Scorpions.
Talking early Scorpions.
Yeah, early.
You ever heard of Uli Roth?
Yeah.
Just joking.
Was the one with Speedies?
Very influential.
So a long time I've heard it, but yeah, one of the bands I was way back in the day, they had the first couple of Scorpions albums. And the newer Scorpion stuff was out, which was good stuff. And they go, you got to hear this stuff. And it's like, oh yeah, that was the shit.
When Klaus Meine started whistling in a song, it was over for me.
I'm talking Animal Magnetism, Love Drive.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, those were okay. You know, Blackout. That was good stuff. But yeah, when
He's
he
a
started,
woman, she's a man.
Yeah, but when he started to whistle, yeah.
But you're a better drummer than Hermann Rarebell, because here in German we call him Hermann Rare in Time.
Ouch.
Okay. Yeah. I know.
Ouch.
We can say that on TV because everybody knows that. So I think this was really a big audience here tonight,
Oh, it was
and I've noted I really had goosebumps all the time, but especially because the people were singing to all your songs all along.
It was,
What was it for you on stage? Did you notice
so,
that?
so humbling.
Yeah,
it's,
we
it's
noticed
humbling, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
it's very emotional.
The first thing I thought was, I better not mess up the lyrics, because they know them as well as I do.
Yeah, they know them. Definitely.
As a songwriter who wrote a lot of the lyrics for Endless Skies, it moves me to the point that I don't have words for it.
Yeah.
No.
I don't have words for it. That's why I'm here. Those people, you know, that's why we're here. We're not here for any other gains of anything. We're here to be with those fans, the ones that can put on that record and sing every song with them. To me, that's still just
And when I was doing
unbelievable.
Endless Skies,
It's overwhelming. Overwhelming.
when I was doing the acoustic part in Endless Skies, what I was getting back from the audience, I've never felt anything like that on stage. Never.
It's special. It's
And the
special.
good thing is these guys play in Greece tomorrow, and these guys are way more crazy than the Germans. So,
We're looking forward. We're looking forward to it.
Okay, you can say fuck. You can say I fucked my grandma on TV here. So I guess you had a lot of fun tonight.
A little
Yes.
bit.
Yes. It was fantastic. It was everything we hoped it would be and more.
Yeah. So tomorrow Greece, maybe next year. Do you have some plans to do any more stuff? Is this a proper band now?
Yeah.
What we
Yeah,
see
that's
here?
what we're looking for. We're looking for places to play. We're looking for
We
the
want
right
this-
kind of management or
We
just
want this
people
band
that
to be
keep us
full
working.
time.
Yeah, when the brothers called me, this last year, and told me about all the things that were happening, asked me if I was in, and I said, hell yes. But we discussed, we want to make this, a full band so we can reproduce the recordings live, because it was only the three of us. So I said, I just happen to know two guys right in Tucson, Arizona, where you live, that can fit the bill. Eddie Hosmer from the Arizona band called Slayer that I played with before.
Slayer?
Not the other Slayer. No, not that
this
Slayer.
You sing Angel of Death for
That's a big confusion.
But he can sing Angel in the Morning or Total Eclipse of the Heart.
This was an Arizona band.
Yeah.
We just happened to be called Slayer.
Yeah, and they were before the
Short-lived.
other Slayer.
Very short-lived. No, it was less than a year long.
Before. Yes, before. Before
Even
the
time
good
that Carter
Slayer.
was formed.
really before that.
Yeah, they were the original Slayer.
I said,
Okay.
I said Eddie could cut this, no problem.
Yeah.
And Chris, I'd worked with in other bands, and I went, he'd be a perfect blend for all the double leads and things like this.
Yeah, and the harmony
So
vocals.
I turned them on to them. I hooked them up, and they did a lot of rehearsals on their own. I came out from California. We did some full band rehearsals, and bang, here we are.
Yeah.
So it's a full band now.
And we're looking to just keep it going. We're looking to find places to play.
We've
and,
got the material
you
for
know,
a new album.
old and new fans to play
Awesome.
for.
And it will be in the same way? Half
Actually,
acoustic, half heavy, a little bit of everything.
we've gone more back to the Endless Skies roots
Yeah.
in a way.
And please don't use trigger drums, okay?
No way.
Thank you.
We don't like gimmicks,
We don't like
harmonizers,
any
pitch control.
gimmicks.
That's why I'm
We
here.
want real
I
music.
hate this
That's
stuff.
why I'm here.
I do too.
Yeah.
You know.
Because you're really a cool groove machine, man. I like your
Johnny
style
plays
of
by
drumming. I
feel.
was watching you the whole time. It was so great.
It's the only way I know how to do it, man.
I mean,
I've been playing a very long
you're
time.
just 20 years old and play like it's unbelievable.
That's the only way I know how to do it.
Okay. So and you new guys will be when they go on with that. You will be in there.
That's the plan.
You know, we'll see how everything works out. Everything should be good. You know, I love these guys. They're good guys. You know, I tell them they make it easy. You know.
They pay us really well to say these things.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's always good side money.
The check cleared, right?
Yeah, they clear.
I think the money thing is the main reason.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm in it for the money.
exactly.
I hate
Well,
music.
yeah, as a drummer, you know, it's all about the
Of
money.
course,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
and girls and the other things that we won't say because in Bavaria there I hear they're really bad about it, but that's what we do it for. It's not about the music. We hate music.
Yeah.
I don't like music at all. Kill your radio.
So I think what I would like to suggest is that you go down to the fence again because Orchid is ready now. I will end up this interview and can only say I hope to meet you all again very soon again.
Thank you.
Thanks
Neudi.
for this interview.
Thank you, Neudi.
It was really amazing to see you live.
Real pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
And yeah, I need to meet you soon.
And to the real
Thank
Slayer,
you.
nothing but respect.
And he didn't mean that thing about his grandmother.